Monday was a prime example of when fatigue can affect your performance in the gym. So last week, although I went pretty light on my deadlift, I did 235 kilo for 3, it felt like trash. And this week I did 247.5 kilos and it felt absolutely amazing. So that just shows that the fatigue that I was carrying from the previous block, so when I went for the 265 kilos for 3, obviously had a big impact when I went for the 235 last week. But the fact that I went light last week now means that my body has had time to recover and is feeling nice and fresh this week, if that makes any sense. But basically I'm just feeling so much better with my body because I have had that sort of week where the total volume and intensity of my training has been a lot lower. So it just means that I just feel a lot more fresher. I feel ready to sort of start the new block of training, and then hopefully that sort of momentum can build up again. Obviously I'm going to start gathering more fatigue and I am going to get to a point where it is going to be very challenging, but then that's when you reset and you hope that all the stimulus that you've put on your body allows you to adapt and get stronger. So that theory is clearly evidenced, I think, in my training, because on Monday I did 247.5 kilos for 3, but at the same stage in my last block I did 245 kilos, and I'm pretty sure on Monday the weights moved a lot better. And it's not just from a sort of strength point of view, but it's definitely a confidence point of view as well. And I definitely think the more time you sort of spend with a particular weight or around about that sort of weight, your body does get used to it from a psychological point of view as well. So you get more confident, and neurologically your body is more adapted to actually being able to deal with the sort of sympathetic response that your nervous system has when it approaches those sort of heavy weights. So it's not just that pure physical mechanical adaptation that you get. There is a sort of neurological and psychological adaptation that you get as well, which comes with sort of confidence, and the two definitely interlink, because psychology definitely plays into strength as well and how you approach a weight. But I just think it's interesting how it's pretty much the same weight and only a few months apart, but 2.5 kilos heavier, and it's moving arguably better. So I just find that sort of adaptation quite interesting. Welcome to Puregym, mate. What are we doing today then? Bench. How heavy are we going?
I'm going to do some working on 4150s.
Oh, it's to the chest this time. So last week we were to the block.
Tuck and what?
Tuck and roll, barrel, tuck.
Tuck and barrel?
Head up.
What was it?
Check, barrel and chest up.
Tuck and barrel.
Tuck and barrel.
Tuck and barrel.
Yeah. Right then, so as you would have just seen on the menu for me today is SSB, core squats as usual, working up to, well, I've just worked up to 217.5. I came in here thinking that I was actually doing 207.5, so I wasn't really like in that sort of mind, like headspace to lift very heavy, and then suddenly realised I was actually going 10 kilo heavy, so I had to switch it on a little bit, but it actually moved pretty well, and I think it's the heaviest SSB that I've done in a little while, so pretty happy with that. Sam has sacked off doing the rest of his quit bench day just because it wasn't quite feeling right today. I think he's shown off with a bit of back, but yeah, I'm going to do my accessories now, and then that's pretty much me done for today. It's not really that strenuous of a session.
Alright then, welcome to Friday's session. I'm training at Puregym today, and it's the first time I have ever trained at Puregym. I have heard some interesting stories about it, so it's going to be a bit of an experience. I'm going to see how long it actually takes before I get kicked out for grunting or filming with a big old camera, but looking forward to it. Ooh. Alright, so that's squats done. No real hitches. It's actually pretty good equipment. The bar was obviously a little bit whippy, but luckily I wasn't going too heavy. Just moving on to the bench now, and the bench is a little bit low at the rack height. I was told about that with a lot of the Puregym benches, that they are quite low, so you basically have to like skull crush the weight off. And I am going quite heavy today. I think I'm working up to 140 for 1, maybe 2 reps, so hopefully I don't die. Well, even with the skull crusher, that felt freaking easy. And that concludes my first ever visit to Puregym. Oh, hey buddy. Meow. So, little review of Puregym. A lot of people like to sort of bash Puregym a little bit and sort of shit on it a bit, but I have to say, my first impressions, very, very good. The equipment, especially in this one in Eastgate, which is really near my work, which is actually the reason why I'm going to this Puregym on a Friday, is because I generally work in the office on a Friday and it's just really convenient. But yeah, equipment wise, pretty decent. Like I say, the bar was a little bit whippy and not brilliant, and obviously I'm not quite sure if you're allowed to use chalk and things like that, so I'm a little bit wary about putting on like liquid chalk and stuff, because I don't want to like piss off the managers and personal trainers and that sort of thing. But yeah, bench wise, the only annoying thing is the fact that the rack heights are set to just 2 levels, so if you've got long arms like me, then it's a bit of a skull crusher to actually unrack it. But managed to get the 140 for 2 today, which actually felt incredible. That's probably the best 140 it's felt in a very long time. I messaged Matt saying I was pretty confident that I could have benched a new personal best today, or at least come close. I definitely think I could have benched over 150, which is what I failed when I was in Cornwall anyway. So that's obviously a big positive, and the other massive positive was the fact that there was aircon, which was so nice, because it is obviously very, very hot at the moment, so the aircon was absolutely bliss in the gym. And generally the people in there really nice. I got chatting to a guy called Jay, I think he said his name was. He did actually subscribe to the channel, so shout out to Jay if you are watching. And I was benching with him as well, so the people that were there were generally really nice as well. So first impressions, pretty good. I was also expecting it to be super busy, being sort of like peak hours, but surprisingly wasn't really that many people there. Definitely I could get on all of the machines that I wanted to get on and use all the equipment that I wanted to use, so that was good. I think obviously it being a Friday meant that the level of people was a little bit lower, because obviously Friday night people want to get on the sesh. So it'll be interesting to see what it's like if I was to go midweek. I think generally I'm going to sort of stick to Trojan, sort of my Monday, Wednesday session, and Friday might be like my Puregym session, depending on how heavy I go with squat, because I think heavy squats is kind of every other week, and if I was to go really heavy, because I think I've got a 240 squat coming up in a few weeks, I don't really trust doing 240 in Puregym just on those bars, especially if I can't use chalk, because my hands were feeling a little bit slippy just getting under the bar. So I just think from a risk point of view it's probably not wise, but yeah, I mean, like I say, overall had a really good session, and I definitely will be going back. So something that did kind of make me laugh was the public service announcement board that was in the gym. The first thing on that kind of made sense to me, and that was don't drop the weights. You don't want to break the equipment or something like that, which I kind of understand. It's a commercial gym. The flooring's probably not designed to have 200 plus kilos coming crashing down onto it, so from that perspective I kind of understand that one, even though they do have bumpers. But yeah, I know a lot of commercial, a lot of leisure centres don't like people dropping their weights, and I get that. But the one that made me laugh more than anything was the don't grunt, this isn't a tennis match. That just made me laugh, because it just seems fairly subjective, like what is grunting, what is sort of making noise when you're in the gym, because it's not a library at the end of the day. You are going to maybe make a bit of noise if you're working hard enough, but not that I'm really much of a grunter, to be fair. When I'm actually training I don't really make that much noise, but it did make me laugh. There was a guy bicep curling next to me, and he was starting to grunt a little bit. I was just like, I was treading on thin ice there, mate, gonna get swooped out of the gym in a minute. But yeah, to be honest with you, it just made me laugh more than anything. Putting my sensible, rational hat on though, I do completely understand why that is there. It is just so it is more user-friendly and it's more accessible for a wider range of people, because at the end of the day, the Puregym membership isn't the most expensive, so they rely on just a big turnover of people, and they need to get as many people in there as possible. And if people feel intimidated when they're in the gym, they'll just end up going to a different gym. So that's why that is there. I completely understand that, I'm not stupid, but yeah, it is fairly entertaining to see that written nonetheless.
So this week's training has been surprisingly good, because the last time we had a heat wave like this, which was a couple of weeks ago, my training definitely suffered because I just felt very lethargic and it kind of sapped my energy going into the gym. So kind of surprised with how well this training week has been. Obviously with the deadlifts that started off really well, just moving extremely quickly, and then the 217 pause squat, and then yesterday just out of nowhere 140 was just feeling ridiculously good. When I did 140 when I was in Cornwall, still moved okay, but it definitely didn't move anywhere near as good as it did yesterday. So maybe I need to be doing more sessions in Puregym, because I think they've got like an anti-gravity machine in there or something. But yeah, just overall really happy with the week's training. Obviously it's still very hot, so I'm treating myself to a little trip down to Lake 86 in Cirencester once again for a little bit more paddleboarding.
86?
If John Fury was running late for the lake though, what would he be saying?
Good God, man! Fucking shambles this is! It's not good for me nerves. My son Tyson, right, he'll come down here, he'll sign anything you want him to. What do you mean there's no changing room? The owl and the pussycat went to sea.
So good.
Got it down, yeah.
It's half a pint as well.
We like to drink with greenhouse because greenhouse is on. Holy shit!
I need a speech and language therapist.
Yeah, I was going to say, brother. The hyolaryngeal elevation and excursion was on fleek.
Exactly. Gone full Wim Hof with the ice. Cheers, boy.
Cheers.
Nice way to finish off the weekend. So yeah, obviously back from paddleboarding now, just with the lads here. Having a
Paddleboarding, were you invited?
I wasn't invited, mate. No.
bit awkward. Sorry. Next time. Next time.
Nah, you're alright, mate. I'm going to be with Sam next time.
It's a shame. So we'll wrap up the video there. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. As always, please leave it a like, subscribe if you're
How
new.
many likes and subscribe to get at the moment? Give me the stats.
The stats, the analytics. The analytics.
Yeah, I like it.
Not many, if I'm honest with you.
But you hit 1,000.
Got 1,000. We're up to 1,000. We've
Bullshit. More people need to like and subscribe. This
Where-
guy's
where are you?
editing.
Where are you, David?
Somewhere over there. This guy's editing. Unreal.
It's actually not that bad.
No, I think it's great. I think his camera work, editing, much better than his gym work.
Come on. Come on. Right then, that's savage. Right then. See you guys in the next one. But anyway, no, answers your question, analytic wise. Yeah, I'm getting like a subscriber a week. It's pretty good.
Bullshit. It needs to be more.
It needs to be more.
We need to do a stunt.
You know what to
Prank.
do.
Let's do a prank.
What, right now?
No, but like I'm closing my channel down, or I'm going to deadlift.
Clickbait.
What a prank.
Yeah. I'm gonna beat Eddie Hall.
Yeah.
I'm better. Yeah.
We'll discuss now. We'll brainstorm, and
Celebrity
then
I'm gonna fight Thor
the
and
next
Eddie
video
in
we'll put something
boxing.
together.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys.
Look out for that one.
Do celebrity boxing. Box a celebrity.
He's not a celebrity.
I'm not a celebrity.
You can call one out though.
Yeah.
But if you're not gonna fucking see, are they?
What celebrities would fight me?
Chris Eubank.
KSI. Mate.
Why would KSI fight me?
Why not?
Why not? Because there's no clout involved
If
with
you
that.
say
Right then.
Edit that out.
We'll wrap it up there.
Chris Eubank.
You've had too many elderflower
Chris
ciders.
Eubank.
Because he's not gonna fight you. He's a real boxer.
Tommy Fury.
That has just been made though. Eubank Ben.
Oh really?
Yeah. That's a big fight.
That is a big fight.
My
Tommy
arm's
Fury.
getting achy. I need to put this down now.
Call Tommy
But
Fury.
he's useless as
No,
well.
I think he would actually hurt me. Do you know what? I don't think I'd beat him.
There's only one man I can think.
Go on.
Craig Lethbridge.
Yeah, I knew you were
Yeah.
gonna say that. Yeah.
Craig, we're calling you out.
Pork and beans himself.
The cube,
The fridge.
the fridge, the cube,
Tune
pork
rock.
and beans. That's not making it in either. Right. God, this has been the longest outro ever. My arm is aching. Right. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.